Have you ever seen someone whose size and presence completely defy expectations? Well, Caitlyn Clark, one of the biggest stars in college basketball today, is exactly that. The moment you lay your eyes on her, you may think you know what to expect. But trust me, you're going to be surprised. Today, we're diving into Caitlyn Clark's actual size, how it's not what you think, and how it makes her even more impressive. Stay tuned until the end because you'll want to see how this basketball sensation breaks all the norms. Believe me, once you see her, you'll look twice. Caitlyn Clark has become a household name in the world of college basketball. As a player for the Iowa Hawkeyes, her skill and talent have taken her to the top. She's not just good, she's incredible. She's an unstoppable force on the court with a combination of sharpshooting ability, basketball IQ, and the kind of determination that you can't help but admire. Fans and analysts alike can't stop talking about her, but one thing that doesn't always come up in the conversation is her size. Now, this isn't just about height or weight, it's about how her size, in a world where bigger is often considered better, actually makes her even more dangerous. At first glance, Caitlyn Clark doesn't fit the typical mold of a towering basketball player. When you think of a top-tier college basketball star, you might imagine someone tall, strong, and perhaps a little intimidating. However, Caitlyn defies this stereotype. Standing at 6 feet tall, she's not the tallest player on the court, but she makes her size work to her advantage in ways that have everyone talking. Some might expect a player her size to struggle against larger opponents, but Caitlyn's speed, agility, and skill mean she doesn't need to rely on brute strength or size. She plays smarter, not harder, and it's worked out perfectly for her. But that's not the only thing that makes her unique. Caitlyn Clark's actual size is something that has evolved throughout her career. When she first started, some may have underestimated her based on her appearance. They may have assumed that because she wasn't as big or muscular as other players, she wouldn't be able to handle the intensity of top-tier college basketball. Boy, were they wrong. Caitlyn's work ethic, commitment to her game, and her natural talent have helped her become one of the most dominant players in women's college basketball today. She may not have the sheer physical size that other players have, but she's built a game that makes her stand out in ways that larger players can't. Let's talk about how Caitlyn Clark uses her size to her advantage. She's incredibly fast, and her ability to change directions quickly makes her a nightmare for defenders. Her dribbling and ball handling skills are some of the best in the game, allowing her to maneuver around players who might be physically bigger than her. And then there's her shooting. Caitlyn is known for her deep three-pointers, shots that have made fans in arenas everywhere gasp. It's no secret that she has one of the best shooting forms in college basketball, and it's a key part of her arsenal. At her size, she can create her own shot, get open, and make plays that leave her defenders scrambling. Her basketball IQ also plays a huge role in how Caitlyn handles players who may have a physical size advantage over her. She knows exactly where to position herself on the court, when to pass, when to drive, and when to take the shot. It's this combination of strategy, skill, and instinct that makes her such a powerful player, despite not being the biggest on the court. She doesn't need to rely on size to intimidate opponents. Her basketball intelligence and precision make her one of the most dangerous players in the game. Her size is a tool that she maximizes in a way that very few players can. Caitlyn has truly mastered the art of being a formidable force, no matter her physical stature. But there's something else that plays a big role in Caitlyn Clark's journey: the mental aspect. When we talk about size in basketball, we often focus on physical attributes, but Caitlyn Clark's mindset is what sets her apart. She has a mental toughness that rivals anyone in the game. It's not just about being physically prepared, it's about having the heart to push through challenges, to rise above expectations, and to perform when it matters most. Her determination to succeed, even when others doubt her or underestimate her size, shows the true power of belief and drive. Caitlyn's size isn't something she ever lets define her. It's what she makes of it that counts. Now let's touch on something that's been at the forefront of the conversation lately: her impact on the game and her fans. Caitlyn Clark has become a role model, not just for aspiring basketball players, but for young women and athletes everywhere who look up to her. She's proved that you don't have to be the biggest to be the best. She's also shown that you don't have to fit the mold or meet physical expectations to break records and make history. It's her heart, her skill, and her passion that make her so extraordinary. Caitlyn's rise to the top has inspired countless others to believe that they too can succeed, no matter their size or shape. When you see Caitlyn Clark play, it's clear that her size isn't an obstacle, it's part of what makes her who she is. The way she moves on the court, the way she handles pressure, and the way she dominates the game with such finesse makes her a once-in-a-generation talent. Watching her play is a reminder that in sports and in life, it's not about how big you are, but about how big you dream and how hard you're willing to work to make those dreams a reality. So now that you've seen the reality of Caitlyn Clark's size and what it really means, you can't help but admire her even more. She's defied the odds and turned expectations upside down, showing everyone that it's not about physical measurements, it's about heart, skill, and determination. If you've learned something new today, then make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, because we'll keep bringing you amazing stories like Caitlyn Clark's. And remember, don't just look at her size, look at the bigger picture of what she's achieving and how she's shaping the future of women's basketball. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.